friends, welcome back to Arc Tutorials. In the last episode in the series, I did a live project for you. This is what we implemented in the last episode where we created the entire thing from scratch and we built this static website. Whatever you have learned so far, if you just follow this live tutorial, you should be able to build a similar website on your own easily. It should take roughly around 30 to 40 minutes to build that entire website. If you haven't checked it out, please do check out. This is a complete tutorial playlist on this series. I have covered everything from ground zero, from basic to advanced topics that you need to learn and master HTML. This is what I'm talking about. Do check out episode number 28. That is the previous episode where I did that live project. Today we'll continue our learning, and today we'll learn about an important tag which is head section in HTML pages. Let's get started. Head is usually at the top of the page, just like a human body head, right? It's always at the top. Similarly, head tag is always at the top in a HTML page. The HTML head element is a container for the following elements. You can have title, we can have style, we can have meta, we can have link, script, base. These are the tags that goes inside the HTML head section. The head element is a container for metadata, that is data about that particular web page. Metadata is also important from a SEO perspective, and hence it's very important that you should include the HTML metadata when you're building dynamic websites. Metadata usually defines the document title, character set, style, scripts, and other information about the web page. These are all the generic theoretical knowledge. Let's go ahead and implement that in live page. Alright, so this is the page I am working on, and this is the same page that we implemented last episode. The same live project that I've done, I'll continue building on it. So this is our page, this is our code. Now if you look at here, we implemented the style inside the head section. I'll increase the font size so it's much more readable for you. Now inside this particular HTML head section, right now we are seeing that we implemented style. Now using the style tag we can write the internal styling. Okay, this is called internal styling. This is okay, this is the CSS. So now here this is where your this is your internal styling. That means it's internal to this particular web page. Alright, now what all the other things that head section can take? It can take a title. Now title will say, I'll give a value. So this is nothing but when you save the page and refresh, you see here it's displayed Arc Tutorials, right? Similarly, that means whatever you write in between the title tag will appear here in the browser bar. Okay, so if you open google.com or any page, you would see the title there. You see here the title is Google. Similarly, we have given the title as Arc Tutorials. What are the other things that can go inside head section? We saw styling, right? So if you are following this series, you would have seen that you can write CSS inside the style tag inside the head section. That's very important. Remember that. Now what else can we write? We can write a lot of things, like say link, right? Now I am going to say link relevance equal to style sheet. That means I want to link a style sheet. Now this is used especially when you want to link a CDN or a externally hosted URL, etc. Okay, it doesn't mean that you cannot link a local CSS. You can link a local CSS as well, like this. Okay, let's say you have a CSS file which is there and you want to link it, you'll give the path of it. Alternatively, you can also give a CDN link, let's say maxcdn/bootstrap.com, etc. Okay, so the idea is link tag is used inside the head section so that we can link to any external pages. Okay, now can we link a JavaScript? The answer is no. For that we have a tag called script, and here you will mention source equal to, now let's say script.js. Okay, so to link a JavaScript file you will use the script tag. To link a CSS you will use the link tag. You can also write style tag inside the head section. You can also write the title tag. What are the other tags that you can write? We can write the meta information, which is extremely important from a SEO perspective. Now you can write character set UTF-8. We have other things like name, viewport, and content width, scale. We can write meta name description, and you will write this is a official website of arc tutorials. Right, so now self closing. Right, and you can also include other meta tags, like you can include name equal to keywords, right, and you can give the contents of what you want to write. You can also give name equal to author, like who authored this page, and write content followed by details. Right, what else we can write? We have set the viewport, we have written the description, we have written keywords, we have written author, and we have included the style tag. I think there is one more thing which is called the base. Now base is nothing but, in modern frameworks and everywhere, you would see what's the basic URL, the base URL basically that you want to refer to. Okay, so I'm saying the base URL specifies for all the relative path. Okay, so let's say this is your index page or the starting page. Now what is the URL that should be relative, right? So that is what this will be. Let's say your website is https arctutorials.com. So this will be my base URL, right? And then followed, all the URLs that will follow will be after this. Okay, so these are all the tags that goes inside the head section. Just a quick recap for you. So you have head section, inside head you have your title, you have meta tags, you have your style tag for styling. For linking any external style sheet you have link tag. For JavaScript you have script, and for specifying the URL, the relative URL for all the other pages, we can write the base tag. Those are all the things that goes inside the head section, right? Now can you see the output somewhere of this? No, you cannot. But these are very important because using CSS we apply that CSS in the page. Similarly with JS you apply the JavaScript on the elements. So the head section is important, but it will not be visible in the page, but it will apply all the styling, all the behavior through JavaScript. Hence you should know all these details about head section in order to learn and build a proper website. As part of your homework, I want you to open any web page or maybe a news website or say YouTube or any website, and you notice that you would see all these details. Alright, so that's your homework task. Do make sure that you complete it in order to learn and master HTML with me. That's all for today in this episode. In the next episode, we will start building forms. Forms are an extremely important aspect when learning about HTML. Using forms, you collect the information from the user or doing some kind of a form, inputting some values and collecting that data. Hence, it's very important that you follow along on the HTML forms. That being said, thank you so much for joining in this episode. I'll see you in the next episode. Thank you so much for all your love and support. Thank you.